All right, guys. So we already talked about trades, okay? We talked about the possibility that the San Antonio Spurs are not done yet. That's how I feel. That's my take. As far as getting Dedmon, I don't think that's the end of it, getting a second round pick. Obviously, the Spurs want more, and I think that that's something where they're setting themselves up for something pretty good, okay? Pretty Gucci. Now, this right here, there's quite a few people running with some narratives, specifically on Twitter, when it comes to Popovich comments here. All right. So we're going to take a look at this and we're going to see, is this an indication that the San Antonio Spurs have more to come, or they're pretty content with where they are?
I want some rest. Are we having fun yet?
All right. So let's take a look at this video of Popovich talking about trade to actually, hold on. Before we do that, hold on. ClanTheMerchFan.com. If you guys want to support the channel, ClanTheMerchFan.com. Please, thank you guys so much for the love. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. I already lost the clip. Here it is. All right. Popovich, what do you have to say about this whole situation? Speak up.
And the Spurs have mentioned in a lot of these speculative kind of things. So I wonder, given the fact, you probably didn't do this with Duncan and Robinson and Manu and Tony much, but given the fact you've got a mostly young team, do you address them about trade deadline week and how to deal with things as they come up, or do you just leave it to them?
No, I haven't. With this team, I haven't said that at all because we're not really in the business of trade. When I have traded somebody, though, I've talked to them ahead of time.
That was it right there. That was the clip that a lot of people are like, what does that mean? Because you can see that Popovich cut himself off when he said, not in the business for trades. So let's see.
Said that at all because we're not really in the business of trade. When I have traded somebody, though, I've talked to them ahead of time to let them know we're going to probably do this, get their opinion. Maybe if you can help them go where they want to go, you can be a decent person and try to get that done if it doesn't hurt your organization, that sort of thing. But with this team, no, I haven't said anything about trades. I don't even know when the deadline is.
Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yeah. But I mean, it's only because players might be wondering, will I be here? Am I going somewhere else?
They probably are. Yeah. But that's part of the business they're in.
All right, so let me go over this, okay? This is my take, all right? So here's my take. I don't think this means anything. Popovich cutting himself off in the middle of saying we're not in the business of trades. I mean, that's just truthful. Like, the San Antonio Spurs don't trade often. And then he went on to describe how, hey, when someone is traded, he does, let them know or have a talk with them or tries to get them in the best situation possible, unless it's a really sour situation, right? Like the Kawhi Leonard thing. I don't think they talked to Kawhi at all because Kawhi wasn't talking to them. So that's a little different. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. The San Antonio Spurs have been very, 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 very successful. And I know that a lot of the credit always goes to Pop, which rightfully so. Pop is the man, right? Like one of the greatest coaches of all time. He is the culture. He means a lot to this franchise. And I understand that, okay? But Popovich has said on many occasions that there are different levels. Like he has a say-so in certain things. Like they'll talk to him, they'll get his take on it. But for the most part, these are still a teamwork effort, right? So Popovich always says this. He worries about coaching and developing his guys. And Brian Wright in the front office, RC Buford, all those guys, they focus in on getting the talent around or for Popovich and making the right trades. But with that being said, obviously they're in communication with Pop too, but they're their whole another entity. All right, they're all working together, but at the same time, Popovich doesn't have like his full hand in the cookie jar all the time. Okay, and then, like people, every single time someone's traded, they're like, oh, there go Pop trading away. No, there's other people that have jobs as well. Like they're just not sitting on their butt and Popovich is doing everything, right? Popovich is focusing on. I believe Popovich when he says that he doesn't even know when the trade deadline is. I believe the whole situation that he didn't even know about Josh Primo. Now, if something came up and we found out that he did, I mean, that's a thing, but there's no evidence pointing towards that way. And even the accuser came out, one of the accusers came out and said, oh yeah, we don't think Popovich knew. So like, look, I I don't think that Popovich is involved in every single aspect of what the Spurs do. He's often in communications with them. When they're getting ready to make a move, they talk to Pop. But something like sending Dedmon to the Spurs and getting a second round pick, probably not. All right, they're just expecting to drop Dedmon, I would think. But I just want to bring that to your attention because there was a few people running with this narrative that, oh, he says something here. He says something right there. He cut it off. Oh man, that means something's coming, or that means something's not coming. I just thought he was just being honest in it. And honestly, Popovich, he doesn't trade away all these players. Okay, he has a say so, but he doesn't trade away all those players. I mean, prime example, the Kawhi Leonard thing. Popovich didn't send Kawhi off to Toronto like by himself. It was RC Buford making the deal, and then obviously Brian Wright came in and he adjusted it a little bit. He's like, oh, we're gonna need a little bit more than that, right? Which it worked out because right now we're looking to trade one of the pieces that we got from that trade initially. So look, all I'm trying to say is the San Antonio Spurs, they're a big team, they're a huge team, and they're very competent. Everyone is competent for what they're doing. And Popovich, he's competent in his job. RC Buford, Brian Wright are competent in their jobs, and they're not just sitting around waiting for Popovich to make moves, all right? I don't think this means anything, but that's just me. All right, so anyways, I'll give it to you guys later, man. If you want to support the channel, as always, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description. Hold on, let me just go to the web. Let's just go there. Yeah, let's just go there. It's a lot of stuff here. So if you guys want to support, please head on over there, clanthemerchfan.com. Until next time,